Welcome to the Slab of Life. My name is still Sebastian, and I'm here with Jake and Cheyanne. Hello, welcome everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Today we're going to be talking about cults. You know some cults, right? Generally,
Not by name.
You know Jonestown.
You don't know any by name?
No.
Heaven's Gate.
That's a cult?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kept talking about
Like
it.
a
And you're
big
like,
one.
Oh,
it's massive.
I know Heaven's Gate.
We won't talk about Heaven's Gate today. That could be its own thing. Scientology.
The whole Kool-Aid, drinking the Kool-Aid thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Jonestown.
Isn't like fucking Freemasons like a cult too?
They're
Cult-ish?
Yeah.
I don't think they are.
To be honest, I can't really talk too much about Freemasons. Not because I can't talk about them, but I don't know enough about them. I think they started off as like some Freemasons might come after me and kill me. But, I think it started originally as like a labor union thing, like all the masonries joined together, and then it turned into like some pseudo-religious bro frat club thing.
Yeah. And then
that's
like
what
there's
it is
like
now.
layers.
They have
Yeah.
actual churches of it
Yeah.
in Norfolk.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
feels pretty official.
I mean, Scientology is pretty, on paper, official, and I would
Yeah.
100%
That's fair.
call them a cult. And I do want to do a Scientology episode, but that's also I have to read a few books about that first. I got a couple books I want
I
to
gotta
read.
do some research.
Yeah, I want to deep dive. But today we got something better.
Okay.
Cheyenne has a few
Experiences.
Yeah. This is a podcast about experiences, and
I didn't know I was in a cult until I started talking about it with people and I saw their reactions. I thought it was just normal and people were like, no, that's
No,
pretty
that's not
messed
right.
up. And then I started going back and I was like, oh, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud at work.
How did it start?
Just like your classic, like I was an angry, lonely teenager who went to go see a therapist.
Angst. Yeah.
Yeah.
Teenage angst.
Yeah, we love it. So the first couple years she was normal, and then like she started trickling in the hot words, and then her mentor died, and then she kind of went off the rails.
deep end?
Yeah.
your therapist did.
Yeah, and she kind of dragged.
So your
everyone.
therapist needed a therapist.
Yeah, and he died, and she she freaked out.
Who delivers the mailman's mail?
Right. Yeah. So
You join a cult then.
we went down a rabbit hole without realizing we were down a rabbit hole.
So you were going to your therapist for normal therapist things at the time, right? Like this was your normal life,
Yeah.
and then your therapist kind of started acting weird, and you were like,
Yeah, I think she had some issues of her own. So it just started it was like a couple years with her, and she was just like normal. And we were talking about like the normal, like, I hate myself, I hate my parents, like the teenage angst that you're talking about. And then she started a group. So all her underage clients were in a group therapy.
she started.
She started that. So she was like the head therapist, and she had like 6 of us all sit in a room and then talk about our issues together.
Okay, so you're like, this is like a little group talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like group sessions.
So it was just a lot of like really vulnerable teenagers that didn't really have anyone or couldn't really fit in with people. So she like gave us a group, and I think that
So you kind of used that. Okay.
yeah, used that and then kind of ran with her power and all that.
Okay, so did you? Okay, so that still kind of pseudo sounds pretty normal, right?
Yeah.
Like as a teenager, you're like, okay, I'm doing group sessions now. When did it start becoming not that? You're doing this at like her location of where she.
Yeah, she wasn't in private practice yet when she started the normal stuff. It wasn't really until she got into her own private practice that she started dropping like the little hint words where she would talk about her community. It was called The Community, and everyone had like spirit animal names. Like her mentor was like Red Bear was like his name, and she had one, I think it was like Dancing Buffalo or something, and she started asking us to call her by that. And so
Whatever you say, therapist. As long as I'm still a network.
I mean,
As long as you keep the meds coming.
I mean, at that point, I think everyone that was involved kind of had a missing parent here or there, and she kind of filled that.
Big Bear.
Oh, filled
That
that
little
gap.
hole.
Dancing
Okay.
Bear
So then
filled
she
that.
started like inviting us to like their events, like their jump circles. It was very like new age spiritualism. I would say like a combination of like Native American from different kind of tribes clashed with like Carl Jung. Was kind of what they did. And so she would just start inviting us places, and then she started doing these things called like retreats where we would just go to her office for like 10 hours for 3 days.
That's a retreat.
Yeah, we would spend like $300-400 to go
Jesus
and
Christ.
just like talk about Taoism or like tarot reading or incense.
So you're a teenager at this point. Were you still living with your parents?
Yeah,
And
for
they're-
some of it.
And you were like, okay, bye guys. I'm gonna go hang out with friends for 3 days. Obviously, at that point, they didn't really know anything about it. But
Yeah, my parents weren't really involved in my life at that point. They were like there, but they weren't like
Yeah, because you're
hands-on.
young adult kind of.
So it wasn't until like I think a year or two ago I like brought this up with them, and they're like, "Oh, we had no idea that was happening." And I was like, "Yep."
Jeez.
Yeah.
So
And she really worked on like turning us against our family. So it got to a point where like I hated my family for no reason except that she was like, they're not
Just
healthy.
fueling the teen angst.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was bad.
There you
I
go.
think she just took advantage of a lot of young people that were vulnerable and kind of used that for her own power game or to feel better about herself. And it kind of just devolved from
my
there.
God.
Yeah.
So when you're still going over her place of practice or her house for 10 hours, you had like 6 people with you starting off at least?
At a minimum, at one point, she had like young adults group and a teenage group. So there was at least like 15 people underneath.
What was
just
like the
her
age
alone.
of the young adults?
Young adults were up to like, I think the oldest, he was like 23 or 24.
Okay. That's
So-
that's adult.
Yeah, that's fair. And then she was mixing like 14-year-olds with like the 23, 24-year-olds.
Oh, yikes.
Jeez. And this was all at her house?
She had like, it was an office space that she rented out. So it was from like an office. And then she had someone else, a male coworker that was also in her community, that was also a therapist, that also saw half the people that went to group. So they were in like cohorts together.
All the therapists are getting together and man.
No, it was bad. Yeah. But it wasn't until, like I said, it was like after the fact that I realized like, oh,
No, yeah, of course.
that's messed up. Or I even sat down with like two or three of the people that I'd experienced that with, and we were just talking about it, and we were like, that was weird, right? And we're
Yeah.
like, thank God someone else said like, yeah, that was weird.
What are you talking about? I'm still in it. You're still paying dues?
Well, the funny thing is that she was getting sued last time I found out, and she had to close down her private practice in the Midwest, and she moved out to California and changed her name and has a whole new practice up
To
there.
Dancing
And she's
Bear.
like a doctor now.
Oh my.
She has like her doctorate. Yeah.
What so how long did this whole thing go on for, starting off of like, all right, now you're starting in these like group sessions. When did it evolve? Like, what was the next step of this?
I think when like I could pinpoint where I maybe not noticed, but looking back was like, I think my senior year of high school, we ended up, me and 2 other girls, we had gone to like homecoming for senior year, and we had never drank or like did anything like that or partied, and that was the first time we did it. And then she had found out about it, and we had sat in a group session, and she had to sit on a couch, the 3 of us, and had every single person go around and tell us what horrible people we were. And then
Jesus.
was like, you're not allowed to hang out outside of therapy anymore, and you guys can't talk to each other unless it's through me. And like, I just remember just like feeling like absolute crap about myself, and all of us were
Damn,
so-
there you are, just being a normal teenager.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
she's getting into your personal shit, and then
Guilt tripping
publicly shaming you in front of your peers.
So,
in
yeah.
a therapy session.
Yeah, that's kind of how it started. And then from then on, like each group session, like one person would get like ostracized, and we would just spend like an hour telling them what a horrible person that they were.
That is not healthy.
And then you'd finish
No.
it up and be like, all right, time to go home.
Pretty much, yeah. And like we would get points for like throwing people under the bus and all that. Like we were all like vying for this woman's attention, and we were like getting off on like throwing people under the bus, so
my
we
God.
would look good because she would like validate us.
You
And
wouldn't be the next victim of the public
Pretty
shaming.
much. I mean, she did like a rotation though, so she made sure that like there was like she did a retreat, and it was like my turn to be ostracized. So she was like, "You can't go on it, and everyone else can go on it, and you are a horrible person, and you can't go
Wow.
on it." So I just like,
So I know you were in a vulnerable state, but hypothetically, if at that point at least, if you were like, you know what, fuck you guys, I'm just done with this, could you have just left and be like, I don't want to be a part of you?
there were some people that like I think they caught on real soon. Like we had someone walk out in the middle of a group session because she was the person that was getting yelled at. And she was just like, I'm not doing this. She was like, this is messed up. And
Yeah,
she
it's
just
like
stood up and
the
walked
opposite
out.
of what therapy is supposed to do.
Yeah. So instead of all of us being like, oh my gosh, maybe something's wrong, we're all like, she's the problem. And she's not healthy, and she's toxic, and we need to set boundaries and cut her off. Like the really like hyper positivity and
Oh my God.
protect your peace kind of.
Did you
crap.
guys do anything to any members leaving, or like not like physically? You didn't like raid their house, but was it like this person left, like we're gonna try to
Kidnap him and
like inconvenience them on their daily shit? It just, if they did leave,
We
it
just cut
ended
them
at
off.
then.
Yeah, we just cut them
Okay.
off, and then we just talked crap about them
I
from
know,
then
like
on.
Scientology, you like leave and they're like, all right, well, we're gonna destroy your place
There's,
of
like,
business and
repercussions.
Oh my God.
firebomb your house. And
We were also just a bunch of teenagers too.
no,
so
I
it
understand,
wasn't like
but
much.
But teenagers can be mean.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this woman
That's
is
fair.
manipulating like all these people to, you know.
And it even got to a point where we were organizing things away from her, like outside of the office. So we did like, we would celebrate winter solstice and like put on a whole entire event, just us. For that. And there were some good parts because like I had trouble fitting in high school, and so I felt like I fit in and I felt like they were good friends, but we were really just using each other to kind of gain her favor kind of thing. Yeah,
It was just everyone fighting for popularity then, like within this therapy session.
pretty much. Yeah,
Jesus.
because she would like compare. She would say like, this person is better. She would literally say like, she's better than you, she's doing better than you. Or she had convinced me that I had to check myself into outpatient program. I ended up not doing it, but like I was like this close to like checking myself in, and looking back on it, I did not need to go into an outpatient program. But she had convinced me so strongly that I was like, yeah.
Oh my God.
Well,
Master manipulator.
What do you think her goal was? It was just a power thing, or was there like some higher thing that she truly believed?
I think it was just a power thing. I think part of her thought she was genuinely helping also, which I think is kind of twisted in and of itself. I think she had her own trauma. She didn't, as a therapist, you can't really talk about your issues with your clients, but she would let things slip. So I think she already had her own issues. And then with her mentor dying, who was like her father figure dying, I think she kind of went off the rails, and no one was really there to kind of check her, because she was like the next in line to take over the community, to be the head person.
Well, some of the strangest things you've witnessed in these group sessions, when you're like, okay, this is starting to, obviously we're publicly shaming people, but now this is like,
It's like hazing.
this is getting into some weird territory, maybe. No, this is fine.
So I think we had this one retreat where we had to pay like $600 each for it, and then we had to drive out into the middle of Michigan. And if you've been in the middle of Michigan, there's not a whole lot of people and a lot going on there, because she had rented a cabin. And so all of us drove like hours from different parts of like the state to go. And then we had to turn in our keys and our phone and our clothes. And she had handed us garbage bags to wear in place of our clothes. And we weren't allowed to eat. We got like very minimal water. We weren't allowed to sleep very much, because we were supposed to like, I think she said, starve the ego, kind of. It's like a Carl Jung
This is like her
kind of thing.
This is her coup de grace of cultism.
Yeah.
This is like, yo, you in it this long? We're wearing trash bags and
Yeah, it got to a point where we
Wow.
had to like, there was a beach that we had to go to, and we had to like bury ourselves alive, like not like our heads, but like up to our necks. We had to like bury ourselves so we could like kill our id, whatever. I don't really remember what that is,
fuck?
but like it was like a spiritual death. And then we had to like be reborn kind of thing.
as your spirit animals.
Yeah, and we had to like go out into like the forest and we were expected to have these like hallucinations that were like, it was a white woman just like trying to be Native American and really dig into that and kind of just like appropriate
cultural
culture.
appropriate.
Yeah, it was really, hindsight, really messed up, because there was a bunch of like white Midwestern children and like this white woman that was just like talking about drum circles and spirit animals and like,
Put on this trash bag.
yeah, it was just like, in hindsight, it was like really messed up and just racist at times.
But at this point, you're committed. Like you're paying $600 to drive out here. So she's
we're
like,
in.
yeah.
Guess I'm a racist.
And I had started college already, so I was already in college. I was out in Wisconsin, so I even remember
you
I emailed my
commuted.
teachers,
Wow.
and I was like, I'm taking mental health days. I won't be in class. Like, I'm paying hundreds of dollars to take these college courses, and I'm like,
Yikes.
I'll be back in a week.
I gotta go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did this affect your personal life? Did you try to how did recruitment go? Was it only therapist people, or at this point were you like, hey, you're my friend, you should join this group that I'm in?
I think it was just people that she was seeing, so they had to be like vetted from her, and
So
then
she
the
picked
other
them.
person. Yeah,
Okay.
we weren't allowed to invite people or anything. So
How long were these sessions going on, right? So you did this retreat, but in between that, are you going like every week? This is your normal therapy session now? Like,
So you would have like your individual session, which is usually roughly like an hour, and then you would have, I think it was like an hour and a half of like group therapy as well. So in therapy for like 3 hours a week.
But yeah, it's like
I don't think
group
anyone needs that
hazing.
much
Yeah.
therapy.
You need therapy after this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a second therapist.
What was your spirit animal?
Oh my gosh, it's just so loving deer.
Loving deer. Wow.
That was and I totally lied because everyone was talking about these hallucinations that they had, and I went out there and I was like, I'm
fuck?
not seeing anything. What are
Yeah.
people talking
What the
about?
fuck am I missing?
I was like, and then you spiral and you're like, there's something wrong with me. Like she's saying this should be so easy, so you just like
Get into your own head.
yeah, you just get in your own head and you're like, I think I saw a deer. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm a loving person. Sure, loving deer. There you go. There's my-
Put two and two together.
and everyone's like, oh my gosh, yay, clapping. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm such
Thank
a liar.
God.
I'm such a fraud. I'm such a fraud.
Yeah, but Steve over there, he didn't see shit. So
He's freaking out.
yeah.
But then she'd also, like, all these people were different animals, but then she would compare the animals to each other. And you're just like, okay, well, I thought it was cool, but, like, I'm not a lion, so I must be a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
There's, like, a hierarchy.
Of
Because she was
animals.
like, there's a hierarchy
Cool
in
animals.
nature of animals, so of course there's a hierarchy here. And I'm like, what does that mean?
I'm a slithering worm. Fucking loser.
Damn. I got stuck with trout.
Okay, so that was like, I guess the
was, like,
ultimate.
pinnacle.
Yeah, that was like
Yeah.
the shit. So what was the downfall of that, of the group? What was when did you start to see your breakout?
I think when I went to college, I kind of started pulling away from her because I was in college for the
Yeah.
first time, and you're just
Becoming your own person.
becoming
and
your own
yeah.
person. And I was like going out on weekends, and I had gotten a boyfriend because she had convinced me in high school to break up with my boyfriend. We dated for like 3 years in high school, and then he was going to go to a college to play football, and I convinced him not to so we could stay and go to the community college together. And then she convinced me to apply to that school. He turned down the scholarship, and she's like, you should go and you should break up with him. So I like traumatized this person.
That's
I like
toxic.
I
Holy
like
shit.
broke, and I thought I was being healthy. I thought he was the toxic one, and I was like, yeah, she had convinced
Oh
me
my
to break
God.
up with him, and I like ruined this guy's like summer and like life for a little bit, and I
It could have gone pro, but
fucked
my
up.
girlfriend joined the cult.
yeah.
Oh my God.
So then I got a boyfriend in college, and she didn't like that. I think
No.
it was just me kind of individuating myself and not as reliant on her, and she just was not having that. So she kind of just weaponized the group and like our therapy sessions to try
Every
to
session was against you.
Oh my God.
No, it was. And it was a point where like I was supposed to be in the young adult groups because I'm like 18, almost 19 now. And she's like, actually, you're going to go back with the high schoolers.
You're going to go back with the kids.
Yeah, so I'm like back with like 14, 15-year-olds talking about, I hate my mom and all this. And I'm like,
And they're all like
Yeah.
yelling at you.
and they're all telling me
hazing
that
you.
I'm like a horrible
Who
person.
the fuck are you, kid?
So I think that kind of just evolved from there.
You have to ask your parents for $600, bitch.
Oh my God.
So I think, and then it got to a point where she was like, you can either drop out of college and move back and see me, or we stop seeing each other. Like I drove like 3 hours once a week, one way, to come see her. And then I would drive 3 hours
I'm
back.
surprised she didn't try and keep you because that's like a source of income for her.
A
Glad
big
you got
one,
out,
too.
but
Yeah, because when I first started seeing her, I was only paying like $5 a session because she wasn't in private practice. So
Okay.
like they had like welfare for therapy, but it was like that. So like you got reduced rates based on your parents' income
Gotcha.
or your
Yeah, yeah.
income. So I was only paying like $5 a session at that point. And then when she went to private practice, it went up to like, at first it was 60, then it was 80, and then I was paying $120 a session. And at that point, my parents are like, we're not paying for that. If you want to do that, you're going to pay that yourself. So I got a job. So
Yeah.
I
You started paying for
basically
your
just
own-
go. Yeah.
Just funneled all your money to her.
So she was,
Jesus.
yeah, she was taking a lot of money from us.
I wonder what she was doing with all this money from all these kids that
She's
didn't
wearing
know,
a new Rolex.
didn't know better.
And just shitting on you.
Shows up in a Chanel bag.
Yeah, right. Shows up in a Ferrari.
You gotta get rid of all your materialistic connections.
Yeah,
And then
give
she
me all
has,
your
like,
money.
A brand new Model S Tesla
Yeah.
100p.
I think the crazy thing also is that like she knew such personal things about us and we knew nothing
Jesus.
about her. And she did the whole like, well, it's like client, patient, or whatever. Like
Confidentiality, yeah.
the levels and like professionalism, but I think it was just another tool that she used to kind
To
of
manipulate y'all.
manipulate
Yeah,
us.
that's terrifying.
So looking back on it, it was like a grown woman like taking advantage of like these children. Super fun.
She's a doctor now?
She has her doctorate.
Is she? You think she's still doing this hypothetically, or do you think she was like?
100%. you don't just, I don't feel like you don't just stop.
You don't-
Especially out in California, those people are, no offense, a little crazy. And they
You
like,
don't just stop being a cult leader.
they're about that in California though.
Yeah.
Midwest is like.
So you started in
oh my
Illinois,
gosh.
right?
Yeah.
And then she migrated her practice.
Yeah, she changed her name too.
Mm.
Oh,
When I,
wow.
yeah, when my husband was stationed out there, I was thinking about this and I like Googled her and I was like, she had a whole different name and I was like, that, she still had her same picture. I was like, that's her. You can't just change your name. You can't just like get sued from people and like, it was crazy.
Yikes.
Oh my. Are you still in contact with any of the people like that you used to be in?
I follow them, a couple of them on like Instagram. We don't talk. I think it's just something that we kind of
Growing out
ignore.
And
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and I, at the time, the kind of person that I was, the dynamic was, I was just like the quiet one, like the meek one. So it's weird. If I would have interactions with them, I feel like I would regress and just feel that again. So I kind of
absolutely.
just stay.
Stay away
I
from
like
that.
their pictures on Instagram.
That's
I'm
about
like,
it.
happy you're doing good, but like, that's
Please
it.
don't talk to me.
No, that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. I mean that's absolutely fair. And then so you finally told your family about this now?
Bits and parts. I've never gone. I think the only person besides you guys now that I ever like got into it with was like my husband.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned it at work, like snippets, and I was like, that's wild.
It's insane.
Well, because like in my head, part of me doesn't see it as like an issue, because I'm just like, that's normal. Not everyone goes through that. Like
Yeah.
that's not just like normal teenage angst. And then I say it
that's-
out
no, of
loud to
course.
like well adapted, healthy adults, and they're like, that's
Yeah, I could
Why are you
see a
joking about
therapy session. I could see that. You go into the woods in a trash bag and burying yourself and spending $600 on that.
Yeah.
That's wild. I mean, well, the whole thing is wild, but like hearing that out of context,
it's
yeah,
like,
that's
whoa, like whiplash. It's super fun. It built character. That's
Sure.
a plus. Yeah, it builds
no,
character.
absolutely.
Is it good character? But
It's character
It's character.
nonetheless.
It's personality.
yeah.
And I'm past 25 now, so that's like solidified in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a
This is who I am now.
Thanks, Dancing Bear. If that
Oh,
even
man.
is your real name.
You changed it to Prancing Lion.
Snake in the grass. Dr. Grass.
I think it was like sunflower or something when I had Googled it. In California, it's like
Oh.
sunflower or something. So she switched it up a little bit.
Oh, sunflower sloth.
Jeez, I wonder how big the community is now. That's
She said it was like tapering off after like their main person like died. I think that's why she was like scrambling to like get, I don't want to call us recruits, but like in hindsight, I guess
Yeah, I mean,
if
if
we're
this
doing
is
hot
recruitment,
topic words,
yeah,
yeah.
if this is her fucking like source of income, I mean, obviously she's a therapist, so whatever insurance and shit's paying her, but like this is like,
Her side hustle.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just wonder, and I don't think I've ever saw people, but like, did she have normal clients? I don't know.
I don't know.
I thought it was all just like little 17-year-olds that would just throw money at her.
No, that's wild.
I think there was one session, so we would celebrate birthdays. So everyone would bring something. And it was her birthday. And she had never told us that she was like, what's the word when you can't eat wheat? Not lactose.
She a celiac?
A baby. No. She's celiac, yeah. She can't have wheat. So we didn't know that. So everyone was bringing cupcakes and like, we're all really excited. So we're like,
poisoning her.
and she like,
You're
she-
trying to kill me and take over the
yeah,
cult.
she got so mad. And she like, this was so we talked the whole session about how disrespected she felt. And we were like, we didn't know.
Yeah. You
we
didn't
just like,
tell us.
one girl's like, I made you cupcakes. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
No.
Poison slabs.
It's not like you told us you were allergic and we did it intentionally.
Vindictively.
I must have missed that therapy session. Sorry.
Must have missed that $600 payment to find out what your allergens are.
I think she just did a really good job of like easing into it, where like
Yeah.
you didn't notice it was happening until like it happened, and you're like, oh, okay,
Oh,
that's not normal.
crazy lady.
Crazy lady. Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was.
So your way out of you getting out was break up with your boyfriend again, like your college boyfriend, and you're like, actually, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, I was like, no, I worked really hard to get into college, and my parents are paying a crap ton of money for me to be there. I'm not moving back. And then she's like, well, then we're done. Get the hell out of my office. And then,
You drove down to see her, like this was like
Yeah.
she blew up on you, and you're like, okay.
and on the way home, at the time, my gas gauge didn't work, and I don't know how to do math, just a girl. So I'm like halfway back, and it's like 10 o'clock at night, and my car runs out of gas on the highway.
Oh.
So I had to like call my dad and be like, help. And he's like, why were you in Illinois? Because I wasn't telling my parents that I was driving back
Oh.
to see her. Yeah, so that was just like the icing on top of the cake.
The gluten-free cake.
Yeah. And then I had tried to get a therapist after her. and he.
I'd be scared to get another therapist.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But she had sent over the files that she had because the therapist he had asked for that.
Legally.
Yeah, and I was thinking like I had no idea what to expect, but he sat down and he was like, she says that you have multiple personality disorder, and I was like, that's news to me. He's like, yeah, and she also said that you're like, she like had a list of disorders that she never told me about, and he was like, I can tell just from 10 minutes talking to you that you have none of this. He's like, what did you do to this woman?
Yeah.
That is.
She was trying to ruin you.
She's like, she seems angry with you. I started crying. He's like, oh my God, okay. Now we know what to talk about in our sessions.
Yeah.
What did your therapist, well, I don't know how deep you can go, but what was your therapist view, your new therapist, on your old therapist? I'm assuming you talked about, like, yeah, we were just in trash bags a couple months ago, and he's like, holy shit.
So it never got to that point because insurance stuff, and then my insurance didn't cover it, and I didn't know that, and so I just only saw, like, 2 sessions with him.
So I never got that far.
No, and I've never, even now, like, I've tried to have more therapists, and I think that one really traumatic experience is just, I haven't been able to find someone that I feel comfortable talking to.
Of course.
That's fair. Did she try and make you feel guilty for leaving?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was, like, her main thing, and I remember her saying, like, how could you do this to me? And I'm like,
what?
What?
What are you doing to me?
Jesus.
Like, not getting, like, too much into it, but, like, something had happened when I was at college, and I came to her and, like, was honest, and I was like, I need help, and she's like, oh, no, if that happened to you, you're a horrible person. And I was like, well, I don't think, I remember saying, like, looking at her, I was like, I don't think a therapist is supposed to say that. Aren't you supposed to help me? And she's like, well, I thought we had a different relationship, and I was like, I pay you to be my therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Did she ever reach out to you after leaving? Like, after that final day?
She completely
No,
dropped
I've
you.
never talked to her. Never seen her, except that one time that I Googled her.
Yeah, like Googling her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Dude.
It's crazy.
That is fucking insane.
So, like, I know people, like, joke about cults, and it's, like, really fun to joke about them. Like, I'm all here to do that, because that's how I also cope with things. So, like, 10 out of 10. But I think also, even looking at different examples of, like, the bigger cults and all that, just understanding that the people that were in them were, like, vulnerable people that, like, needed help, and that someone was manipulating them to get whatever it is that they wanted out of them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But these are people that are, like, it's a slow
that
burn.
That are hurting.
That, like, genuinely believe that they found somewhere they belong and all that.
And then once they have their hooks in you,
It's hard to.
it's harder to
It's hard to
leave
get
than
out.
to, like, realize you're being manipulated.
Because they get comfortable.
Yeah.
So I don't know how any of the other people got out. Everyone
If they got out.
That's fair.
No.
Hopefully not, but hopefully people aren't, like, dying or, like, fully hurting themselves to, I'm going to starve myself for months to get this woman's
Well, she was also
approval.
convincing, like, all of us to go into social work. So she was, like, warping our sense of, like, healthy, and then being like, you should go be therapists, and you should go be social workers and help people. And I was like, that in itself is really scary.
And to recruit more people.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was a
basically
pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah, mental health pyramid scheme.
That's something you would fall for.
Whoa, I actually have a pyramid scheme. If you recall, no, you weren't there for it. I mean, this is not, nowhere near your thing, and I didn't join this, but I mean, I guess we could segue. And
Pyramid schemes, cults, they're like the same thing.
Pretty much.
They are. So
Squares and circles?
There was this one day where
Rectangles, sorry.
I was at
Sorry.
I'm in the square scheme. It's different. I was at Wegmans and I was buying bread. I remember I was over at the bread area on the left side where the bakery
the bread
is.
store.
Yeah, of Wegmans. And this dude comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, you're wearing a University of Miami sweater. Like, what are you doing here?" From Miami, but I'm here in Virginia. And he's like, "Oh, that's cool. What's you in the Navy?" "Oh, yeah, I'm in, whatever." He's like, "Oh, yeah, me too." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool, man." And he's like, what boat are you?" Like, make it spell talk. And I'm like, "I'm trying to buy my bread, dog." I'm like, "Sure, but oh, cool, you're in the Navy. What's your rate?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm an A-ganger." I'm like, "An A-ganger?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, I'm a sonar tech. You want a boat?" And he's like, "Oh, I used to be, but now I'm in a shipyard." And I'm like, "Oh, so am I." Like, I'm on the boat. We pulled in there, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I've seen your boat. Like, we pulled you guys. I work for one of the shops." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like, we start making small talk, whatever, and we become, like, kind of friends. Like, he's like, "Hey, man, here's my number. Cool, whatever." Yeah. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." I met a fellow submariner. I'm going to get shot by one side of the... I say submariner.
I say submariner.
Yeah, it sounds better.
Submariner? That
Yeah,
sounds
it's
weird.
stupid.
That's
It
Saying
sounds stupid.
submariner is like, oh, you're below a normal mariner, but submarine, you don't go underway on a submarine. It's the arguments I've heard. I like,
It's
You
a
lost
stupid ass
me.
argument.
yeah.
That's fair.
Anyway,
Regardless. Semantics.
Yeah, sure. Tomato. Right. I leave Wegmans, totally chill, and this dude texts me later, being like, "Hey, it's the guy you just saw. Whatever, blah. How you, how's everything?" I'm like, "Oh, cool, man. Like, what's up?" And he's like,
I got this proposition for you.
basically,
That's usually how it starts.
if I recall, it's kind of how it went straight into it. He's like, "Hey, man, like, you trying to make some money on the side? What do you mean?"
What
He's
you mean,
like,
what?
you can start selling things, like actual store stuff, and then like people can buy that from you, and you'll make a percentage of that income. And I'm like, sounds like a pyramid scheme. Like, my brain immediately went to that. But he, I heard him out. I'm like, this was a cool dude. I just met him. He's a fellow, I'm like, oh, we'll see where this goes. And he's like, yeah, what was I'm gonna search it up as I do this, but
It's a cool company called Temu.
no, it was called
Do you think he was being honest about like working there, or he just like?
So
I don't know.
he said he got recruited into. Basically, he was like, "Listen, man, like I make pretty good money doing this. Like it's almost equal to like what I make in the Navy now.
Good lord.
Super easy.
Wow.
You just sell to the people that you work with, and then after that, it's fucking not financial advice, but like oh, it's passive income. You don't even have to see them anymore. They use your code." And then they just buy that stuff that they would already buy, but online, and you get a profit of that. You take energy. You like energy drinks? Oh yeah, I do. Well, here, try this one, and then just sell this one to them. It would be the same thing but cheaper. Okay, fuck. It's like a really prominent company because when I looked it up and I was like, this is definitely a fucking pyramid scheme.
See, you would think after like I was in a cult, that would never happen again. But like I hear pyramid schemes, and I'm like, it makes. I kind of makes sense.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Like I'm not gonna do it because like it's a pyramid scheme, but like I get why people get caught up in it. 'Cause that makes sense in some terms. It's girl math.
Fuck.
It's girl math.
It's girl math.
9 famous pyramid schemes. This is something that's still around, and they've been around since like when I looked it up. They're like an actual fucking company.
And they still get people to participate.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So he was talking to me about it. I'm like, okay, I guess that sounds cool, but I didn't do anything with it. And he's like, listen, we got a fucking Zoom meeting. This was during COVID. He's like, we got a Zoom meeting that's coming up. I want you to be a part of it. I'll invite you. And then you could just hear the dude out and everything. And I was like, okay. So I joined this Zoom meeting with him, and it's a bunch of people in suits.
And you're there in your t-shirt
dude,
and
I'm
basketball
wearing,
shorts.
I'm on the Zoom call wearing like a polo and shit. I'm like, oh, I'll try to be.
COVID business.
Yeah.
And they called me out on it. They're like, "Oh, you're dressed unprofessional for this." And I was like, "Oh, my bad. I was invited to this." And they're like, "All right, whatever." And the dude that was talking was
Kind
like,
of rude.
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, he was like, "Oh yeah," the head guy that was talking was like, "Oh yeah, I was in the Marines for like 20 plus years. And now I do this and I make way more money than I'd ever did in the Marines. This is easy money. People are already buying the stuff that you're going to sell, but you get a profit of it now." And the thing where I was writing down notes. I was like, okay, I'll make it look like I'm actually doing stuff. And I was writing down notes and I'm like, sounds like a pyramid scheme. And I swear when I wrote that down, he started saying, now this might sound like a pyramid scheme, but it's not.
He's in my head.
Like, you have to say that. Probably
Yeah.
pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
And you had to pay money into this. It was a subscription so you had to buy your own supplies at a discounted cost, and so the subscription paid for that, and then also allowed you to be in their network to use their resources and be like, oh yeah, the website's already set up and everything. It's an actual website, but using your code, then you get a percentage of that. It was like $100 or $200 a month.
That's where they
And he's
get
like,
you.
and he's like, you'll make this you'll make this back faster than you pay. So it sounds like a lot, but don't worry about it. And I was like, I'm not doing that. And he's like, all right, well, you got to give it some thought. And this went on for like an hour and a half meeting of like them talking about the history of the company and all this stuff, and that it's like actually sound. And then also you could get people to work for you, and then whatever they sell, you get a percentage of that. And I'm like, okay, this is 100% a pyramid scheme.
Definitely.
So after that meeting ended, I told the dude, he's like, oh man, what'd you think? You gonna start joining? And I was like, no, I don't think I am. And he's like, oh man, it's cool. Like, he was so nice. That's why I was like, man, are you fucking with me? Are you trying to? He was so understanding. He's like, no man, I totally get it. Like, this sounds weird, and it is, but I'm making good money, and don't worry about it. How about I give you some free samples, and you could try all the products, and then if you like it, maybe you'll consider joining, because then you'll get discounts of your own stuff, and then you could sell it to your friends on the boat. And it's like, okay. And he sent me a care package. This was around like Christmas time of like COVID. So he sent me like a box, and it was like a Christmas gift. He had a gift card. He's like, oh, for me and my wife, and it was signed, and it had like a bunch of energy drinks. It had like a bunch of snacks. It had like
that's real personal. Oh,
Yeah.
multivitamins. It had
He's
like
really trying to get you.
I'm gonna give him my money.
and I was like, man, this dude's like, maybe he's genuine in the
Yeah.
sense of like, oh man, I don't want to, but I didn't want to be like, bro, you're in a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
And I tried it all, and I remember talking about it at work, like maybe I could do it, you know, like I could sell you stuff. And dude, what was it called? It was called like X Energy or something. Was the energy drink?
It's when you say stuff like that out loud, and other people hear it, and you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, it's not okay.
Yeah.
So I need a soundboard.
Dude, so we were at one of our friends' house for going away for something, and he was a guy. I'm not gonna name his name because he hasn't been on the podcast, but we were at his house and he was having a barbecue, and someone else, a mutual friend of his, came over with that energy drink, and I recognized it. I'm like, oh, I know that energy drink.
You
That's
immediately
from
started your pitch.
no. I was like, that's from the Pyramid Scheme Company, and he shot me the dirtiest look ever, and I was like, oh wait, are you?
He's a believer.
Yeah.
he's in.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And
tracks.
I was like, oh, XS Energy. That was the brand. Okay.
That's the pyramid scheme.
Yeah, I saw that energy. Amway. The company's Amway.
Amway.
Amway is the company, and Amway's
my
been
God.
around since 1959.
Good
been
Lord.
yeah, for a while.
They're doing something right.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, you search it up, and it says multi-level marketing company.
What?
yeah.
Yeah, so Amway, you join their fucking network for X amount of money, and then you can buy XS Energy and all this other fucking products, and then you pitch it to your peoples, and they're like, you could give them free samples and shit of the supply that you bought with your own money, and they're like, oh, that's dope, maybe, hypothetically. Oh, you want to buy more? Yo, it's like Amazon, but Amway, and you like order shit on them, but they put in your code, and then you get a 10% of that or whatever the fuck.
It's a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
lost me.
Yeah, so
It's complicated.
yeah, and if you if you aren't hypothetically selling stuff, then you're just paying into this company to, lose, and eventually you're paying all this money, and you're like, well, I don't want to lose the money that I already put in.
So you just keep it going.
Yeah.
The sunken cost fallacy, episode
Yes.
2.
The slab of life. It's all
Episode-
coming
it's
back
all-
together.
full
It's all
circle.
circling around.
Yeah, so I eventually I ghosted the dude. I'm like, I'm not gonna, like, I was like, thank you for the fucking stuff. It's super nice, super personable, but I don't think it's me. And he's like, yeah, no worries. And then he would reach out to me like every couple of months.
Like,
Like,
oh,
hey
you
man,
sure?
how are you doing?
You sure?
Yeah, he changed. And I was like, no, I'm good. And I was like, man, like he probably isn't doing good.
Yeah.
He's some A-ganger that's like struggling and trying to sell the
pyramid
1,000
scheme.
pillows he just bought.
Did your moms ever do like the pampered chef thing back in the 2000s?
No.
You know what that is?
No.
It's like, I think it was a pyramid scheme for like suburban
Mothers.
moms.
Yeah.
Because my mom fell into that, where they would go to parties and like show all this like cookware, and they're like, you can buy some, you can also give your own party. So my mom went to a pampered chef party like once a week for like a year.
Wow.
She was
She
in
was
the
in.
pyramid. Yeah, she was in the pyramid scheme. Yeah.
Herbalife is also a pyramid scheme where you like, it's like a
I don't
gym.
know about that one.
NutriBullet not NutriBullet. It's like supplements, like protein powder and shit.
Okay.
Like this is healthy, but it's the same thing. Like you have people that are affiliates that are trying to sell you their stuff, and they get a percentage of that. But they could also have people work under for them to like Nutri or Herbalife stuff. It's like a gym multi-level. I don't know if they're still around.
That's crazy. Do you know how like sociopaths, you can either be like a murderer or like a CEO,
Yeah.
right? They have the same traits. I feel like that kind of is like a cult.
And
Like a
pyramid scheme. They're like
cult
same,
is like
same.
murder, and pyramid scheme is like business. You're
Yeah,
making,
they're
you're
still
making
around.
money.
45 years Herbalife.
If you're gonna choose one or the other, might as well go pyramid scheme.
You
I'm
might
just
make
saying.
something. I mean, depending on the cult, because some of the cults you read from like the 60s and 70s, you're like, it looks kind of fun.
That looks.
I get why I fell into one, because that looks kind of fun.
Yeah, I feel like it's super. I mean, for pyramid schemes, cults also, but to prey on people, like, because he's
That's
always like,
different,
you
yeah.
go work for yourself, passive income, like you'll be your own boss. You don't even have to. You get your clients, and then they're just buying stuff from your website, and you're gonna be making money.
Mm-hmm.
And with cults, they're preying on people that are in a weakened emotional state,
Emotional
and they're like,
state.
yo, we'll give you community.
Love and
Yeah.
acceptance, but you have to do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about Heaven's Gate earlier in Jonestown. Those are suicide
two,
cults.
What's Jonestown?
Jonestown was the
Kool-Aid?
The Kool-Aid.
This Kool-Aid one?
I don't know about that.
Where they had like everybody drink the Kool-Aid and it like.
Yeah, they
Oh,
did a
really?
mass suicide. Unfortunately, I can't talk about it in depth right now because I'm not familiar with it. I mean, I could look stuff up, and we might be able to do an episode about it later.
It was in a different country too. I'm pretty sure.
Ultimately,
that's like all I know.
They all killed themselves by poisoning Kool-Aid, and that one's really sad because I think there was like a governmental raid trying to like stop them, and they
like
started
just missed it.
They forced all of them to like. There was people that were like firm believers in this. Like if you die, you'll go to like their heaven. But they had like women and children too that were like refusing to drink it, and they forced them to drink this Kool-Aid.
Oh my god!
And then the rest killed themselves. Heaven's Gate was also similar in the sense of like it was a mass suicide, but every single one of them was like a firm believer in it. It was a comet.
Like they're ready, yeah.
Yeah.
And they killed themselves.
Were there people at like Waco? Is that a cult too? With the whole I
In
don't
Waco,
know.
Texas.
Like the whole I don't remember where like the government fought with the people on the compound. It was like a huge that's fair.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. It was a religious cult
Okay.
in Waco, Texas.
That's what I
51-day siege, where it ended
Oh.
in the Branch Davidians, led by David Koresh, who claimed to be the cult's final prophet. That was 1993. Federal agents attempted to serve a search warrant and arrest members of the group, and it ended in a huge 53-day firefight, or 51-day firefight.
51 days.
I think it would just be really interesting to see if these cult leaders like genuinely believe what they're saying,
Yeah.
or if they like
just
know
feeding
it's bullshit,
Yeah.
but they're still like
They got to be getting something out of it, you know?
yeah. Like I know like the crazy dude. What's his name?
Which guy?
The one that everyone fell in love with. They shot the actress.
Oh,
Marilyn?
no.
No,
Not Marilyn
Manson.
Manson.
Marilyn Manson.
It
His
is
name?
Manson.
Manson,
Manson.
not Mason. Manson.
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson. No,
Charles
just
Manson.
said-
Charles
Manson.
Manson. Charles Manson.
I think like that was the person, at least from what I've read and researched and all that, like he believed in what he was saying.
Oh, yeah.
Got people to believe it with him. But I just the other ones
Yeah,
like
the Manson family.
Yeah.
did you like
It was a
actually
commune
believe?
gang. I think a part of it has to start with their personal belief into it. I think maybe maybe people are just going for the like power grab, but I think there's some seed of truth of what they believe in. And then once people start, I'm talking out of my ass here, I'm not, but I think once people start to like give them validity, then they're like,
Just
okay, you
inflates
know
their
what?
ego.
Yeah, maybe this
Yeah.
is true, and I actually am correct, and then it kind of takes its life of its own.
But then you get the ones where they like take like wives that are like underage and they have like 8-9 wives, and that just you just ran away with that. And that's crazy.
There was this whole crazy cult that took over a whole town in Oregon. There's a documentary called Wild Wild Country about it. Again, it's been a while since I watched that documentary, but it was a small, it was like a sex cult that started in another country that got like ran out of their country, and they came to Oregon in like a town in the middle of nowhere.
That makes sense.
And they slowly started taking over bits of their government. They took over the whole police force. It was like a fuck ton of them.
Gosh.
And basically they like locked down this town. At first people were like, all these crazy people are moving into our town and we don't really like this, but they all started wearing red jumpsuits.
I would leave.
Yeah.
Like automatically.
And that's what started happening. People were like, oh, I don't know if this is kind of serious or not. And then they started buying houses in the area, and red jumpsuit people would like move in, and then people would move out of their town, and
Like,
then
no,
other
I'm good.
people
Yeah.
they would buy their houses, and then the people that wouldn't leave, you had the police force of this town that was now run by this cult drive around with like AKs and shit, threatening
Jesus.
people.
And the federal government just allowed this?
Eventually, no.
Okay.
So no one really
Okay.
knew about it.
Okay.
And then
Because it's in the middle of nowhere.
it was their final attempt. I don't recall if it was because they were trying to get the people out of there or if they were trying to stop the FBI investigating them. But they created a fucking like bacteria or virus on salmonella. There was like a salmonella outbreak at like Cece's Pizza. Like they poisoned a buffet to like kill federal agents or something.
Not the
Just
CCs,
everybody's
man.
going to CC's?
It's a Netflix documentary about the controversial Indian guru Osho.
Oh, like the yogis?
And
Yeah.
he had a
Stuff like
community
that? Yeah.
following based in Waco County, Oregon. So that's the documentary that I saw, but
I mean, minus like the government takeover and like the suicide aspect, like cults could be kind of fun. You take away like the manipulative aspect and just like
Yeah.
the community. I'm sure you could just like join a basketball,
frat or a
local
sorority.
Yeah, instead. Which
Because
I
they're
was-
pretty cool.
I was in a
cult-like.
sorority and whoo,
Yeah.
yeah, there was some things we did that were
Yeah.
wild.
yeah, there was a salmonella outbreak. and then they were like, okay, this is some like real shit. Highly recommend watching it. Shit's crazy, and we'll talk about more stuff later down. I want to talk about Scientology, like L. Ron Hubbard and he used to be an author. I have some of his books of like actual shit.
L. Ron
Hubbard,
I don't know
the founder of Scientology.
Oh,
Before he became a cult leader, he was a really.
they're the ones that believe in like the turtle, right?
No, they're the one. They signed like million-year contracts
Yeah, I don't know much about that.
for their soul.
I know some famous people were like.
Tom
Yeah,
Cruise
Tom
is
Cruise.
famously
That makes
like
sense.
their not head Scientologist, but like their
He's up there.
Yeah.
head celebrity of like. So you've watched The Boys, right?
Yes.
The Deep, his
Yeah.
whole like satirization is Tom Cruise, right? Because he joins that cult. He gets fired from like the Justice League, the Seven, and then that cult helps him get back on his feet and everything.
Yeah.
That's like Tom Cruise with Scientology.
Oh.
Right. He became really prominent. Like Tom Cruise is a great actor, but in the sense of like he also has Scientology backing him, and he attributes his success in the film industry to Scientology.
Oof.
His
Not
wife
Tom
went
Hanks,
missing
Tom
for like a
Cruise.
really long time, and yeah, they're Scientology is like massive. They have like churches everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, they have one in downtown Manhattan.
It's like an official thing.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah,
And it's wild that like people know that it's like a cult, but people still join thinking it's not.
Yeah.
It's like, where's the disconnect? Like, that's wild.
Can't you put two and two together?
Some people can't, unfortunately.
Scientology is a set of beliefs and practices invented by the American author L. Ron Hubbard. It's variously defined as a cult, a business, a religion, or a scam.
That's
Or
very,
all of the above?
very different words.
And
Yeah.
this happened back in 1950. Yeah, dude, he has a whole thing. They would send like, I don't know what they're called, like adjudicators. They'd come to you and they would do this thing called like auditing, where you'd have to hold this like electrical polygraph about, you hold it and it would have like random electrical signals, and they'd like prod your life about everything to make sure you're telling the truth. But it was just bullshit. I mean,
Yeah.
they still do it, and this is a thing. But you'd move up in levels of like ascension, and once you hit like level 9, basically the idea is you're going to live forever outside of this, but you have to reach different stages of like this whole thing.
It just seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's all behind paywalls.
Has like level 9 you live forever?
It's like boss level. Past that, you're good.
It was L. Ron Hubbard level. But
So
yeah,
like has anyone died at the higher levels and then people are like, oh shit, he died. I thought you were supposed to live forever. And then it just
I think they
falls
would just,
apart
they
from
would
there.
just hide that.
Probably.
We'd cover that up.
Yeah, and then
So like
like
cover up.
so whoever's at the top like knows it's a scam then.
but also I
'Cause they
think at that
die.
point,
I mean, at that point, you're almost dead, and you're like, little, too late.
Yeah.
but at that point also, I think they fully believe in it. L. Ron Hubbard was an officer in the Navy during World War II also.
Oof.
Oh,
All these Navy people, kind of like
going crazy.
Johnny Walker.
Johnny. Also an episode we did.
Yeah, man. Shit's crazy.
Dude, that's
You're
wild.
gonna stay safe out there on the slab.
States. Oh man, cults and pyramid schemes. They're going.
Hand in hand.
Yeah.
You've never been
Squares
exposed
and
either?
rectangles.
Have I ever been
Never
what?
experienced either.
No.
Oh.
What you waiting for? The world's your oyster.
You gotta pick one.
Ooh, flip a coin.
Yeah,
You had to pick
you
one.
hit 18
If
and
I
you
had
hit
to
the
pick one,
Yeah.
pyramid scheme. I get to make money.
But the cult one was
No,
kind
you
of,
lose
it was kind
money.
of fun. I'm not
It was
gonna lie.
kind
There
of-
were some aspects where it was like
That's where the girl math is coming.
really cool, and you're like, I met some pretty good people. Like the whole trauma and manipulation, that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
But like,
That, you know what that's called trauma bonding.
it was kind of fun. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't think I'd do it different. I don't know. That's probably not true.
You should probably pick a different cult.
No,
I
I
think
think
in-
you got it off light.
Yeah, I think I got like a
comparatively.
little tiny baby
Yeah.
cult just off
Yeah.
their feet. There was no like suicide
Yeah.
packs
Cult-
or
cult-
Baby's
light.
first cult.
yeah.
You just got trash bags.
It was like
and,
cult for dummies.
Yeah. Little Tykes cult.
There's significantly worse things
Oh, yeah.
in the cult world. I
Yeah.
mean, that's still bad. I'm glad my apologies, but I'm glad I
I'm
didn't.
glad I
have to-
got
That
the
wasn't
pyramid
me.
scheme.
I had energy
Missed
drinks.
that one.
Yeah.
I got a cool care package. You got buried alive.
Yeah, they hazed you every week. Well, you made it out safe, and
Yeah.
now you're.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're here
now-
now.
How are you doing after all that?
Now you're
Are you
country
doing
living.
good?
We're doing good.
Okay, it's
Kinda,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
I mean that's been years, right? It's been like 6 years.
Math.
Quick math.
Quick
That's-
girl math. Like 7 years, I want to say. I think I got out when I was like 19.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I miss like the community, like not like capital the community, but like the community aspect. Because we would like have sleepovers, like normal sleepovers. And like
Not cult sleepovers.
Not cult sleepovers, like, but we'd have like Friendsgiving and we'd go like Black Friday shopping, and there was trauma bonding.
Yeah.
110%. But I think, I don't know, it's what I needed a friend group at the time, and they weren't bad people. She was a bad person that made us act like bad people, but the people that I was surrounded with were genuinely good people.
Yeah.
And I think we just...
You meet the best friends through trauma bonding.
Well, you look at so I was in an actual cult, and then I went to college, and I joined a sorority. And it was just, like, jumping into one fire into, like, a smaller fire. But it was, like, I was paying for friends.
And that's a good point. What is the... Culturally, I'm not saying your forest cult was in the right, right? But why do we socially accept one kind of hazing of, like, sororities and fraternities, of, like, rushing and all that stuff? Because it's like, oh, fun and games, but then someone else does it, and you're, like, unsanctioned.
Yeah.
And it's also like, oh, that's bad. I mean, again, I'm not trying to defend the cult, but it's weird that we have societal cults in a way, right? Like,
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
I think it's just the paint you put on top of it.
Yeah.
And how you make it look.
And what,
like,
you call the name you give it to.
Yeah. Like the sorority I was in, it was like networking, and it was like women supporting women, and it was like building a repertoire.
I mean,
that's what
good.
they say, but then you get down to like the basic, like the bones of it, and you're just like, I'm just like paying to have a group of friends, and then you do ceremonies. Like I couldn't go into a chapter meeting without like there was a secret handshake and like a password that we had to like say to even get in, or like our initiation process. It was just like we were in like robes and the lights were off and the new people were blindfolded, and
out of context,
so really weird.
You're like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Yeah, which one's the cult? Which one's the college?
Yeah.
I feel like the college one, I was able to, like, while I was in it, I was like, oh, it's a little culty.
Yeah.
And not, like, the actual cult that I was in. I think that might be the difference.
It's called
It was like,
character growth.
it was like gimmicky cult.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's like TV cult is college of like, oh, yeah, this is what they do, but we're not going to harm you. I mean, in some cases, people do get harmed. Absolutely. In college stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I guess there are guardrails for college. Hypothetically. Like, authority will step in there.
If it gets too far. Hypothetically.
I mean, authority should
If they
step in
find
with a
out.
cult.
If they care.
Yeah.
Then they should step in there too. But this woman is still out there doing her
Potentially,
thing.
yeah.
Dr. Snake in the grass. Mrs. Snake was my mom. My mother. Please call me Mrs. Grass.
Call me Slytherin worm.
I want to know if, like, everyone else was lying, too, about their spirit animals. I don't think any of us hallucinate.
Yeah, you're there stone cold
And then
sober, burying yourself
There's
in
that
sand.
one guy that found mushrooms and ate them.
Well, there's one dude, he was telling the story that it was nighttime, and we were given these, like, little tiny flashlights, and I don't know what the exercise was, but we were supposed to go out, and there was dancing involved, whatever. And he came back, and he told this, like, whole story about how he saw this, like, old, decrepit man inside the tree, and he was, like, talking to him in a different language, and he, like...
Fully believed
He
it?
fully believed it, and so I'm like, did you have an hallucination, or are you just, like...
I'm really good at
Tripping
storytelling.
balls.
Yeah, like, what? It was crazy. I was, like, scared to go outside after that, because I was like, what is out there?
And then what if the cult lady was like, you're a liar! You lie!
Or they had people, like, dress up and go out into the woods. Wouldn't put that past her.
Yikes.
It's funny. I was like, you should write a book because now you're privy against cults. Like you spot them from a mile away. But here you are on a podcast now telling people your story. People are gonna listen to this and be like, oh my god, like now I'm prepared to take on cults.
See, I would like to believe that I would be prepared, but I could see falling back
into it.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Yeah.
dang it, happened again.
Got me again.
I'm kind of bored with my life. Kind of want to join another cult.
See what that's like.
See if I could rise to the
I'm
ranks.
kind of broke right now. I think I'm going to join a pyramid scheme.
Well, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Girl math, you're like, I'm not going to do it because everyone would make fun of me. But, like, or all those, like, everyone knows those girls from high school that get out of high school and they do a pyramid scheme and they end up becoming, like, realtors instead.
Yeah.
You're like, that makes sense.
On some...
Yeah.
Again, this is no basis in anything, but I feel like a lot of people become realtors out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of I think there's something there.
There's
I don't
It's a
know
pyramid scheme in
I
and of
think so.
itself.
I think so.
because that kind of happens out of nowhere. I feel like with
Yeah,
people
I'm a
I
realtor
know.
now. Like
All of a sudden they post something and they're just like their face, their
Yeah.
headshots, and they're like, buy this house. And you're like,
Yeah.
you were just
And there's-
saying
I don't think
one of
there's
the
any-
guys that left the boat a few years ago. Do you remember him? was a chief, and then he just became a realtor like out of nowhere. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, someone from our job got out recently, and now he's a real estate agent. Like, and I feel like that just kind of that's like a weird. I mean, again, in and of itself, it's not wrong by any means. It's just I feel like it kind of springs up
just
out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Do you think anyone like grows up wanting to be a realtor? Or they just hit a point in their life and they're like, you know what?
I'm gonna be a realtor.
This is the next step. Then we gotta.
I think there must be something in there of
something
like
happens in their life.
It might be maybe not. I'm not saying it's easy, but there must be an easy in to it to make potentially good money,
like a cult in a pyramid scheme.
That kind of makes sense. The more we talk about it,
hey.
I was really against them when we started,
I think we're
and now
onto
I'm
something
just
here.
like, kind of makes sense.
I think we're onto something.
Yeah. we'll break that geode.
We're on to you, realtors.
We know what you're about. Trying to sell me my house. I'm gonna need a realtor in a year and a half. So we'll come after them after this.
After. Not yet.
You buy yourself some time.
You can become your own if you hit that.
You can sell your own house.
Yeah, but then that's becoming I'm joining the.
Yeah, then you're joining the cult.
Yeah.
You drink the punch.
I don't have the Kool-Aid. Are we talking about
Zizians?
Zizians? Tell us about that.
Look. You also.
I got it up here.
Okay. This is something that I guess happened recently. A cult-like U.S. group known as Zizians has been linked to a string of murders, sparking several arrests. Who are the people behind this group and what do they believe? This is from BBC News. Jack Lasota, 34, who allegedly leads a group of few dozen followers known as Zizians, was arrested on Sunday alongside Michelle Zajko, 32, and Daniel Blank, 26.
Sunday. That's last Sunday.
Yeah. On charges including trespassing and obstruction. Authorities say they are investigating at least 6 killings across the U.S. that are allegedly connected to members of the group, including a double homicide in Pennsylvania, a knife attack in California, and the shooting of a U.S. border guard in January.
That's intense.
Lasota, a transgender woman, is allegedly the leader of the group. She earned a degree in computer science from the University of Alaska, yada, yada, yada. There, she wrote that she applied for a series of jobs, and including a brief internship with NASA, and began to associate with people involved in the rationalist movement, an intellectual trend popular in Silicon Valley that emphasizes the power of the human mind to see clear truth, eliminate bias and bad thinking, and improve individuals in society.
It's a very, hey, something else is wrong with the people.
Yeah.
And we
know how to fix it.
Yeah. We're your solution to it. Join us.
I feel like they use a lot of buzzwords.
They do. Huh.
Passive income.
Lasota began blogging using the alias Ziz, but soon fell out with mainstream rationalists as her writings spun off in bizarre directions. The blog included posts of thousands of words blending Lasota's personal experiences, theories about technology and philosophy, and esoteric comments about pop culture, computer coding, and dozens of other subjects. So she's just all over the place. Or they. Transgender woman. Okay. She. I don't want to.
Show and tell. Do you have what the cult was? Like, what were they doing? They were just Zizians.
False obituary. Oh, what? Over the next few years, Lasota and others would move around the U.S. according to reports, at one point living on a boat and later staying on property owned by others in California and North Carolina. In 2022, a warrant was issued when Lasota failed to show up for a court hearing related to the protests outside the Rationalist Organization meeting, but her lawyer at the time stated she was now deceased after a boating accident, so she faked her own death.
Good lord. Feels like a movie.
Yeah.
It's crazy how these people are actually like really intelligent people that like have like doctorates or have like this like medical degree or some sort of intellect, and they just
waste it away.
It's not just like dumb people like giving into this and all that. It's like genuinely smart people, and so like what just like the psychology behind that is fascinating.
I wonder if it's because that maybe they're not fulfilled in their work. They're highly esteemed people, and they're spending all this time and resources to become, whatever their profession was, and they're like, man, this is what I want it to be. I'm going to use my new knowledge to
find like deeper meaning.
Yeah, steer my life into something that I want and control people. Like a therapist, I feel like it's perfect for doing that, right? Like, I'm going to use my...
You have a whole population of people.
Right, and that's not saying every therapist is a cult leader by any means, but that's like I'm going to take advantage of people and do something I want instead of fucking listening to people's problems. I'm going to make them my problem.
According to them, their rationalist beliefs, in their eyes, allowed them to stop following laws, and so they stopped paying rent, and they were like stealing, and At some point, the Zizians allegedly stopped paying rent, and Lind sued to evict them, but the dispute escalated, and in November 2022, Lind was attacked, stabbed 50 times, and blinded in one eye in an act of what police would later say is self-defense. He fired a gun, which killed Emma Borhanian, a former Google employee who was one of the Zizians and who had been previously arrested at a rationalist protest. There's a picture of the man.
Yeah, I got him pulled up.
Who got
stabbed
50 times.
because he just wanted rent
Yeah.
from them?
Yeah.
That's wild. Just pay the rent.
Yeah.
Or just, like, leave at that point.
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy.
The following month, 2 parents of a Zizian member were killed in a small Pennsylvania town. Richard and his wife, Rita, 71 and 69, were shot in the head, found in their home.
Oh, God. There are parents of a Zizian member who was briefly held by police but not charged with a crime.
Ooh, there was a Vermont shootout where police in Pennsylvania said they had uncovered new evidence about the shooting of one of their parents, and Lizotta was wanted for failing to appear at several court hearings. So Lizotta is still alive.
Yeah. It's out there
There
somewhere.
has to be, like, an aspect of, like, mental health issues.
Oh, most definitely.
Because that's a big step.
No sane person is, like, doing this.
Are they a product of our culture? Like, you think they're fine, but the societal constraints against what they want make them crack? Or do you think there is something underlying that they were born with that just kind of manifested as they got older?
Are you talking about people that, like, start the cults or the people that,
Do you think we're creating them unintentionally, of course, with whatever fucking...
I think that goes into it, but I think it definitely starts from there's
something underlying?
Yeah, there's some mental trauma
I think
or,
it's
like...
exacerbated or
Yeah.
something? Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about, like, some Joker thing. Like, oh, I hate society, and I'm gonna revolt. Vice. Oh, everything's wasn't correct, and then they kind of just go untreated. Yeah. Well, that's all I have to say about that matter. I don't know.
About Zizians, yeah.
That's like a new...
This
new
is
group?
new.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
happening...
From 2019 to last Sunday.
Right now.
I just feel
Breaking
like...
news.
Are people not paying attention? Like, these people are, like... These huge cults happen, and people are just like... that's a cult, but, like, we'll let them be.
A lot of people, like, if it's not directly affecting them, they ignore it.
Yeah,
Because
they
find
fair,
it easier for them. You know?
People are like, I don't want to get involved with that. That's kind of crazy. Stay over there. But then if it gets out of hand,
By the
they
time
get
it
drawn
reaches
into
them,
it.
yeah.
And
then it's too late.
yeah. All right, because you said there were like 15 members of your community, and no one stepped in from the outside looking in, being like, where the fuck are my 14-year-olds going
children?
in the woods?
Yeah, no.
Right? Like for you, sure, you were an 18, 19-year-old, but parents
legal
should still
adult,
parents should still be involved in that the general sense.
They had to get like a permission slip signed.
Oh, like a field trip.
I remember before I turned 18, when she would do like the retreats, I would have to get something signed by my parents. But
Do you ever forge that signature?
No, like I said, my parents love them now. Weren't super present growing up, so it was easy just to have them.
Yeah.
Like you give them like a watered down version, and they're like, sure. As long as
Yeah.
you're not talking to me about it, kind of thing. So I think it goes back to like just being a vulnerable population, and majority of people had really bad relationships with their parents, hence why they were in therapy.
It was the perfect storm.
So it was really easy to go around the parental authority. And she did a really good job of like making us hate our families.
No.
Like it got to a point where I graduated high school, and I have a really big family, and every graduation they put this huge party and they give money, and it's like a big thing. So they planned this like whole party for me for my graduation, and I told her, and she was like, that's not healthy. They're not healthy. They don't actually care about you. You shouldn't go. So I just told them, I was like, I'm not going. They're like, well, we just planned and paid so much money for this whole party. I was like, you can just give me the cash. And then I went into like a state park to have like a self-discovery with people from the group instead while they were still through the party, because I had like 2 other cousins that were graduating with me. But I just like said F you to my family because she had convinced me, and it took a long time and to heal that relationship with my parents afterwards, because she had just convinced me so thoroughly that they were horrible people. Like she had me convinced that they were abusive. They never were, but like she just like took memories and like shaped them differently, and then like worded them differently and gave them back to me, and I was like, that's so true. And it wasn't. Yeah, she was good at what she did, I guess.
Terrible. Manipulation, man.
A whole nother level. That's crazy.
Mrs.
That's like on the level of like brainwashing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all these cults are...
Brainwashing?
Just like pressing your ideals or your whatever on them. Your mind work, mental, whatever. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
May she continually stub her toes on glass under her fingernail. and step on Legos.
I think it's really cool, like the fascination people have with cults, though. Like you see all the different documentaries and like the books, and I myself
It's so
is just
captivating.
Cool. Yeah,
in like a kind of fucked
It's intriguing,
up way.
you know?
Because if we go through our normal lives of just going to point A to point B, doing our job, coming home, and then you find out that there's these whole societies out in the woods or doing crazy shit, and you're like, what the hell? I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
And it could happen under their nose without them like ever like noticing them. And that's why it's like so.
Yeah.
I feel like for me captivating. You know, there's definitely it's kind of like a sick fascination that people have also with true crime in a sense. Like I feel like it used to be, you know, people were involved in true crime like documentaries, podcasts and stuff, but it was more of like I don't know, I guess more of like the justice in the case of it, and now people are like using it as like a personality thing.
Yeah.
Like watching it the same way as if you'd watch sports.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, that like when Jeffrey Dahmer Netflix documentary came out, and it's like super glorified and celebrities, but people are like still actively, you know, healing from that, and they're like, oh my god, like.
Or people that like go to sleep and they watch true crime or listen to true crime to like go to sleep.
I hate true
like,
crime.
I like used to love true crime, and I would like listen to it in the car all the time. And then I had my daughter, and then listening to that with my daughter in the back, I'm like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, I just listened to this casually, and they were talking about like dismemberment and like going in, and I'm like, that's wild. It's like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and there's nothing, I guess, I don't know. I liked watching true crime, but I think it also evolved into something like where we're culturally numb to it, and it's just
Yeah.
There's just
It's
so
terrifying.
many different forms out there that are like platforms that feed that out.
content over, I guess, healing and
Yeah.
nurturing. And well, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yeah,
Really
no,
appreciate
I'm so happy to do it.
Yeah. No, genuinely, thank you.
Yeah.
That was not as bad as I thought it would be. It's awesome. Thank you for listening. No, I don't want to do that.
That was a question mark.
Yeah, thank you for
Thank you for listening.
Thank you all for listening to the Slab of Life. We greatly appreciate it. If you like more videos, or I guess if you like more audio clips like this, continue to let us know, and we'll try to keep that variety going. This is a lot of fun.
Very different and interesting episode.
Make sure to give us a follow, and that'll motivate us to do another one. I mean, we got.
That sounds so professional. Good job.
No, thank you.
Cool.
Stay slabby.
Stay slabby.
That's not the catchphrase.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.